Okay, guys, so you're on the steps for digital drawing. This tells you the whole process. So you have to have a photo. That was a grade. You should have that submitted. You import the image into Pixlr. Don't forget to create a new layer. Do not edit your reference photo. And then there are 3 simple shortcuts you're going to use, LIB. And you can even, sometimes you can skip the L part. So I'm going to demonstrate these and a couple tips so that you can make a highly crafted portrait of your pet. So here is my cat Maud. Doesn't she look beautiful? So I imported this as an image, and you can do that by File, Open Image. And so she is the background layer, and you can put that on lock, and just make sure you click a new layer. So I clicked this plus sign, and I've got layer 2. So you can really operate this whole thing with 2 layers, but I'm going to show you a shortcut also to kind of help you get better craftsmanship. So I'm going to demonstrate that process on this layer. So L is the selection tool. So if you click L, it brings up the lasso. And I want you to first select larger areas, click I, and I'm going to pick out that brown. And then make sure your brush is a little bit larger so you can make this process go quicker. And then you can just brush in that whole area. Now, the craftsmanship tip I have is to make lots of selections when you do this instead of just a few. However, on this layer, I want you to make just large areas of color. Look at this goofy little mouth. Pick out that color, so that's the I, and then click the B to brush. L, select, and I'm kind of going all over the place. You guys will probably have more structure whenever you're doing it. I just tapped I, and that brings up my color picker. I tap, and then B is my brush tool to paint. So I'm going to make these selections all over Maud, and I'm going to do really large selections here, and these are very loose. And what this is going to be is my background. But while I'm working my details, I'm going to hide this layer so that you can't see it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have my details over the top of a flat color. So I'm just saving myself some time is what I'm doing. If there are any holes in my main selections, I would definitely want to increase the brush size for the larger areas like this. In fact, if you have a selection, you can make your brush size as large as you want because it's only going to paint in that area. So do this all over your image, really large areas of color. Oh, there's a little lag. So I'm going to end there. So you're going to do that until you have your whole pet in just about like 20 shapes or so, okay? Then I want you to hide that layer. So if you click this check mark here, it will hide that layer. I'm going to also rename it. So you can click these 3. And I'm just going to call this one Big Shapes. And I'm going to add a new one, Empty. I'm going to call this one Details. So on the detail layer, I'm going to now go in, I'm going to zoom in. Now I'm going to pick up more nuances in Maud's face. So for example, way smaller shapes. Now I'm going to show you the other shortcut and how you don't actually have to make the selection. Okay, I can just tap I, pick a color, and then click B. Now remember my brush is jumbo sized, so if you want to skip the L, then you have to have small brush sizes. Okay, so you're going to go in there then and brush. I made that too small. So LIB, the whole pet. Don't forget, you have to do something with the background. You cannot leave it the picture. You can put the background as whatever you want. I encourage you to be creative. You can make a landscape or something with not too much effort. So, happy painting!